By Kevin Keane, BBC Scotland's environment correspondent. Image copyright Craig Allardyce. Image caption conservation groups oppose the construction of a golf course at Cool Links. An international panel of experts has urged Scottish ministers to urgently call in a controversial planning decision in the Highlands. The decision allows for a golf course to be built on a site of special scientific interest. SSSI Highland councillors voted last month to grant permission for the Cool Links course at Embo. The World Commission on Protected Areas insists the golf course will destroy the integrity of rare coastal habitats. The Scottish Government said it would wait to be officially notified of the planning consent before deciding whether to call it in. The panel is part of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. About 32 acres, 13 hectares, of the 18-hole championship course would be built on dunes at Cool Links. Councillors voted to give the go-ahead to the controversial development, despite officials recommending that it be rejected. Economic benefits. A group of conservation organisations, including the Scottish Wildlife Trust, National Trust for Scotland and RSPB Scotland, opposed the project. In a letter, committee chairwoman Dr. Cathy McKinnon said, "We have reviewed the detailed evidence-based objections by IUCN members, the Scottish Wildlife Trust and the RSPB, as well as the statutory objection from your own agency, Scottish Natural Heritage. As we said in our initial objection to the Highland Council, it is the view of the Commission that if consent is given for this development, it will destroy the integrity of rare coastal habitats and lead to irreversible biodiversity loss. This case is of significant concern to WCPA, particularly as Scotland, through the UK, is a signatory to the Convention on Biological Diversity and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, both of which include commitments on the protection of areas of high biodiversity value. The WCPA therefore urges you as Scottish ministers to urgently call in this proposal and defend this internationally important nature area." Ruinous development. Cool Links developer Todd Warnock said, "We are ready to start work on the development after 3 years of scrutiny and having won the support of the local authority and the majority of local people. The democratic process has been comprehensive and fair. The project has been assessed by the two statutory bodies as well as the competent planning authority, and we now look forward to realising the economic benefits such a prestigious golf course can bring to East Sutherland." Jonathan Hughes from the Scottish Wildlife Trust, who is a UICN councillor, said, "If an overseas tycoon proposed converting Edinburgh Castle into a shopping centre, the Scottish Government would quickly step in to protect a national treasure. Cool Links is the natural heritage equivalent of the best of our built heritage, and Planning Minister Kevin Stewart must surely heed international calls from IUCN's World Commission on Protected Areas to put a halt to this ruinous development." A Scottish Government spokesman said, "Councillors have indicated they are minded to grant planning permission, against the advice of Scottish Natural Heritage. The local authority must formally notify Scottish ministers of its decision, and once that happens, ministers will decide whether or not to call in the application and determine it themselves."